Right, let's get started. I'm super excited to be on the call with you guys tonight. And tonight's training is going to be really awesome as usual. So for those of you who are here, I really want to congratulate you for being here because the information I'm going to be sharing with you guys is going to be super awesome concerning our popular strategy known as the King strategy. Okay, so for those of you who will be who are currently joining us from YouTube and you are here to subscribe, make sure you click that subscribe button so that you can be notified whenever we upload any new content, and ensure you share this with your loved ones if you really gain some value. Okay, and for those who will be watching this right after this live class, make sure you click that subscribe button. Okay guys, so let's get started. Let's get started. I'm super delighted to be here with you guys tonight as usual. Okay, so in today's class, I'll be sharing something really significant with you on how to pick a trade, on how to pick a trade, to pick the right trade. I mean to say the right trade with the popular king strategy. Okay, but this is invariably on how to use correlation. All right, correlation is one of the good things you want to use to pick the best trade when it comes to the king strategy. Okay, and this past week has been really awesome with a lot of profit, because a lot of pairs played out as expected. Okay, so let's quickly run a brief introduction about this strategy for those who will be watching this for the first time. And if this is your first time and you want to learn more about this strategy, ensure check a description below. For those who will be watching this later, check a description below. You find a link concerning this strategy. And for those of you who are here live on Zoom, if you want to learn more about this strategy, go on our YouTube channel, search for the King strategy. We have a bunch of videos on how to be profitable with this strategy. And of course, this strategy has over 75% win rate, no doubt about that. And we also have a video now. You can take a sniper entry with this strategy. Sniper entry in the sense of using 10 pips, 8 pips, 7 pips, and something like that. Okay, so let's quickly run how this strategy works. The strategy I'm going to be using this chart as an example right here. So I'm going to share the conditions about this strategy. So I'm not going to share the parameters. So if you want to learn more about the parameters of the indicators, check for the video on our YouTube channel, all right, for the King strategy. Okay, so the condition of this strategy says in the case of H1, okay, like for example, I want to use H1 as my entry time frame, which is the time frame I want to take the trade. All right, so now one time frame ahead of my entry time frame is going to serve as a filter time frame. What does that mean? Filter time frame stands uh, as the higher time frame, and that is the time frame that's going to tell us the overall direction of the market before we take it on the entry time frame. So in this case, H1 is going to stand as our entry time frame, and I'm going to use H4 as our filter time frame. All right, so the indicators right here, we have 120 moving average, we have the blue as 12 EMA, while the black as 5 EMA, and stochastic, okay, we have the 70 line, 50 line, and 30 line. And the RSI, we have the 70 line, 50 line, and 30. And stochastic, we have it as a normal default. All right, so the strategy says, the first condition says go to H4. Okay, if your first condition right here, when you see the cross between the 5 and 12 moving average right here, when you see the cross between the 5 and 12 moving average, that is the first condition right here. So you want to mark the area. So if the cross, in the case of sell, right? I'm talking about sell, entry, sell buyers. So when you see the cross between the 5 and 12 moving average, which is the black, crosses the blue from the upside to the downside, that is condition number 1, telling you to sell. So condition number 2, you want to switch to your filter time frame, all right? On your filter time frame, you want to see your 120 moving average, which is the red moving average, trading above candles, all right? Trading above candles, which means price is below it, all right? Trading above candles. Around this place, we can see there is no clear of the candle below this EMA. So with that in mind, we may not want to take this trade because there was no clear entry that this moving average is quite above this one. You can see it's below the candle, so we will not take the trade. All right, so let's look out for another one. All right, so right here, there is no trade right there, so let's look out for another trade. Let's use Euro AUD in the sell example. All right, around this place we have a cross between the 5 and 12 moving average. Okay, now the cross, this is the condition number 1. The cross between the blue and black moving average crosses from the upside to the downside. Okay, that is condition number 1. So condition number 1 met right there. So before we take, what are we going to do? What is the next condition? The next condition says go to filter time frame. Filter time frame. What is filter time frame telling us? We want to see the 120 moving average, the red candle above the red EMA above candles, above current price and candle. And you can see where I have this vertical line is the same area where the cross is happening on H1, which is our entry time frame. So condition number 2 says price and candles are below the 120 moving average, okay, which tells us that price is going down, which tells us that price is dropping. Okay, so that is condition number 2 met. We come back to H1 again, which is our entry time frame, okay, to check for the conditions. So the third condition is what is 120 moving average telling us on H1. Okay, we want to also see moving average, the 120 moving average clearly above the candles. And right here, we can see where we have this vertical line where the signal is happening. The 120 moving average is clearly above the price and series of candles. So this tells us that we are truly on a downtrend. All right. In this case, guys, if you see that on H4, price is going down and you see the cross, but the 120 moving average right here is not clearly above this one right here on H1. There is still no signal. All right. So everything must agree. So the cross apple right here, this one is also above the price, the 120 moving average on H1, which is our entry time frame, is clearly above the price. That is condition number 2. Condition number 3, we also want to see on filter time frame that is clearly above the candle. It's clearly telling us that price is going down. Okay, that is condition number 3. Okay, condition number 3 met. Condition number 4, we come to RSI. We want to see our RSI clearly below the 50 line. Okay, the middle line right here, you can see the 50 line. Around where we have this vertical line, where the cross is happening, you can see the RSI is clearly below the 50 line. So condition number 4 met. So if RSI peradventure around this place is not below the 50 line, there is no signal, which means the clear downtrend is not, the downtrend is not so clear. Okay, so we see that this one is right below this one. Okay, that is condition number 4. We actually need 4 conditions to pick this trade. So since RSI and all other indicators has agreed, then that tells us that it's a good trade. Okay, so after the close of the candle that initiate the cross, after the close of this candle right here, you can see we had a good trade to the downside from here down to around 110 pips. you have been able to risk around 30 to 35 pips right here. That is about ratio 1 to 3. All right, guys, I hope this is very, very clear. So what does stochastic do? Stochastic only give us the continuation entry. All right, so for the purpose of this training tonight, I'm not going to be talking about stochastic. Okay, so if you want to learn more about how stochastic is part of the trading condition, please revert to other videos, guys. So if you're with me on the same page, guys, please type in 555. If you're with me on the same page, type in 555. So guys, I hope this is super clear with this. So now let's dive in properly on how to use today's on how to take more trade with this, on how to pick the best trade with the correlation. So you see, correlation is one of the best things that works with this strategy, and trust me guys, it's going to help you, and this is one of the things that will help you to pick more trades when it comes to this this strategy. All right, so now I'm going to use AUD pairs as an example. All right, so now you can see right here where we have series of AUD pushing up. All right, so you want to see all other pairs pushing in the same direction, of a particular currency pair. And now let's take a look at AUD USD. Around this place right now, you can see there has been a clear push up of this pair. There has been a clear movement of this currency pair AUD USD to the upside. Now with this, you want to check when you see that one particular currency pair, for example AUD USD, let's say from this place, is been moving up. The moment you see this cross happen right here, okay, you see this cross happen right here to the upside, take a look at all other currency pair that involves AUD, right? This signal tells us that AUD is going all right from this area. Okay, once you see this cross, around the same time you see the cross, keep checking on other pairs. If other pairs keep telling you that it's going down, it's giving you the same signal, then that tells you that AUD is strong. So I'm going to put in more AUD pairs for us to be able to see. Now take a look at AUD card right here, guys. You will agree with me that we have series of uptrend right here. On AUD, on Euro AUD, we have it pushing down, which is in favor of AUD. And AUD USD, we have it pulling up. So this tells us that AUD is still super strong. All right. So let's keep checking on other AUD pairs, AUD JPY, AUD Swiss franc. Okay, so this is how you want to be able to pick the best trade. Now take a look at AUD Swiss franc. You will agree with me that it's going on the same side. All right, now AUD JPY, what is this also telling us? AUD JPY is also clearly stating clearly to us that it's on the upside. So once you see, what I'm saying is that once you see a particular pair, all right, let's start from AUD USD. Once you see that a particular pair crosses up, this tells us that AUD is strong. Then check on all other AUD pairs. Out of the 7 pairs that we have on AUDs, if 5 or 6 can tell you that AUD is strong, then it's a confirmation that that trade you are about to take is uh is going to be a profitable trade. So you have higher percentage of assurance that that trade is going to go in your favor. All right, now look at where we have series of crosses between 5 and 12 moving average to the upside, and they keep delivering now between AUD USD. Now take a look at Euro AUD around where we have series of crosses. All of them keep delivering. You can see we have a cross right here delivered, a cross right here delivered, a cross right here delivered. Now on AUD card, the same thing. Okay, so on AUD JPY, the same thing to the upside. On AUD Swiss franc, the same thing to the upside. So this tells us and gives us double confirmation that AUD is strong, no doubt about that. All right, and if this is ready to reverse, it's going to affect all other pairs. I hope this is super clear, guys. So this is one way you can be sure that a particular currency, a particular trade you want to take is going to be in your favor. So now, during this previous week, believe me, we've been able to take a lot of trade on AUD and all of them delivered because they are in alignment, they are in trend. So this correlation right here is one thing you want to use to pick the trade. So you don't want to rush when you're picking a trade with this strategy. This strategy is super okay for anyone to take, to learn it and start making money with it. Okay, you don't want to be greedy. You don't want to be in a hurry to take a trade. And there's no way you will not see a currency pair that's going to go strong in a week, which means you will find a pair in a correlation that's going to go in your favor in a week. Okay, and if the week is so slow, which means if market is not moving fine in that way, leave it. The following week you're going to have a trend. Okay, so within a week or two, you're going to see a pair that is going to trend for you. So when you see a particular currency pair trending, that one that is being strong is probably going to be strong against all other ones that are pairing with it. I hope this is very clear, guys. So look at AUD JPY is going up, AUD Swiss franc is going up, AUD card is going up, AUD USD is going up, which means AUD is super strong across all its pair. And look at Euro AUD. Euro AUD is dropping, which means AUD is strong. All right. So this is one of the things you want to learn, guys. It's very simple. Look out for the right thing and pick your money from the market. This is a multi-million-dollar industry, and you want to be able to be patient to know when this is going to fall in place for you. I hope this is very clear. If what I'm sharing with you is clear to you, please type in clear in the chat. Put in clear in the chat. If this is super clear to you, put in clear in the chat. We're not going to take much. We're not going to stay long on today's class because the vital information is what we're sharing, no beating around the bush. Okay, let me check more AUD pairs. We have AUD NZD. Now look at AUD NZD, guys. You will agree with me that this is not in much trend, which means AUD is not so strong against NZD. Look at it between here and here, between here and here, between okay, let's say from this past week, which is what's the date right there, 30th. Okay, right from here, you can see AUD is also try to range around this place. Okay, which this tells us that AUD is AUD and NZD is also strong right here. So with that in mind, we want to be sure that AUD, want to check on NZD, which this one right here, as we see AUD that is being strong is ranging with NZD, which this tells us that NZD is also strong. So you want to also check on NZD as well. But across all these pairs, you want to see at least 5 of them in moving in the same direction. All right. So this is it. So we've been able to see 5 of them moving in the same direction. Where is GBP AUD? Let's check on that as well. GBP AUD. GBP AUD. Look at it, guys. You can see out of 7 pairs, only one is not ranging. AUD NZD is not trending, okay, in favor of AUD. So there has been fight between AUD and NZD, which means NZD is also strong. So you want to check on NZD pairs as well, all right? So now, out of the 7 pairs on AUD pairs, 6 are in favor on AUD. So anytime you see close to 5, please, it's a good trade. Trade along with the trend, okay? Trade along with the trend is going to be in your favor, all right? I hope this is clear to you. If I've been able to share a vital information with you, please let me know in the chat if you have any question. This is all I have for you guys today. Not much information, but believe me, this is one of the very, very important training about this strategy. It's one of the very, very important training about this strategy. I tell you, you want to go and put this, go and practice this and learn more about the correlation, and it's going to help you to win more. All right. So if you have any question, please let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you have any question. If you have any question, let me know in the chat. All right, Mr. James, thank you so much. Very clear. No question. So who else have a question? If you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you click out that subscribe button and ensure you share this with your loved ones. All right. So I want to hear from you guys before we call this today's session a day. It is not until we have 2 hours or 1 hour 30-minute session that we can be able to share vital information. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minute session with the right information is okay. All right. I hope this is super clear with you guys. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. In the absence of no question, this is all I have for you today. All right. So you want to go into the new week, start practicing what we've learned tonight. And the power of correlation is one of the most important aspects of this strategy. So I wish you guys much success. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys next week. And we're going to bounce back next week with another amazing strategy that's going to, trigger more knowledge from it's gonna give you more knowledge actually. Okay, so let's wait till next week and feel free to drop your comments on the group. So thank you so much, guys. Bye bye for now, and have a fruitful week ahead. God bless.